You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to do some further reaction to the Cleveland Browns hiring Todd Monken. Wow. You want to talk about the dark horse contender rising from the ashes of whatever in the hell this was to get the job out of nowhere. It has been confirmed. Jim Schwartz, furious. It has been confirmed Jim Schwartz is likely leaving the Cleveland Browns. Like he has told people, if they pass me over, I'm out of here. And when he learned he was getting passed over, he was like, bleep this place. He's out. We got that. All right. Right here, Todd Monken, we know, of course. Look, career highlights. I already put out a video about Todd Monken getting the job and going over all of his career specifics. So check that video out. I dropped it a few minutes ago. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you check and make sure you're still subscribed. Yeah, I got to say that in every bleeping video to make sure you haven't been unsubscribed, unbeknownst to your knowledge, but knownst to YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. So, a lot of reaction to this, as you can imagine, from fans. We'll circle back to this, okay? Let's do this. How about this poll ESPN Cleveland put out? I gave this a C. I'm not a Browns fan, but I wanted to see the poll results. 758 votes, 66% of Cleveland fans gave this a D or an F. 21%, basically 22%, gave it a C. And up here, you've got a lonely 4%. That 4% is having to do a hell of a lot of work right now at an A. Okay? Before we go too much further, let me just mention, I think the Georgia connection, kind of significant. All right? Kind of significant. Especially with Carson Beck being in this draft, projected third to fourth rounder, something like that. That's going to be interesting when you get around the draft time watching Carson Beck. All right? Because it would make some sense. Many people think they're going to draft a quarterback in a later round. The other one I would bring up would be Stetson Bennett, who's right now with the LA Rams. Another connection with Monken from the national championship. All right? And he's not getting paid a lot of money. Right now, I think he's third string. Sean McVay really likes him, to be honest. He's also older. I think he's probably 28 or 29 already. He's probably 28. I'd have to check. But I would look at that. I would keep an eye on that. Because you got that Watson contract, which is massive, on the books, and they're going to want to add another quarterback some way, somehow. I think there's a chance he really sold the Browns that he can turn Shedeur Sanders into something. That's my guess. D and Jimmy Haslam put out a statement. Quote, in our commit them to somewhere, the insane asylum at this point. In our committee's exhaustive reference work on Todd, his commitment to player development was evident. His tough, straightforward coaching is respected by the players and the coaches he's worked with, putting our team in a position to succeed while developing our players to maximize their talents. I'm not reading the rest of this. Not a chance. Andrew Berry, who now a lot of people believe has virtually no power. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? Nate Schillhouse was his guy. He got overruled. Todd has a varied and diverse background that we found as particularly appealing match for our team at this stage in his life cycle. He has a direct, demanding, detail-oriented leadership style that will create a great incubator for a young team. His successful offensive track record at the both pro and college level, with a variety of offensive system and QB skill sets, will allow maximum flexibility as we make several long-term investments on that side of the ball. The lessons he learned from John Harbaugh and Kirby Smart, as well as his demonstrated track record turning around Southern Miss. That last year he was there, he won 9 games, I think. I saw earlier when I checked. So here we go. Sources, Jordan Schultz. The sense within the Browns building is there's, quote, no chance Jim Schwartz comes back. Regardless of his contract, they believe he is not staying there after how things transpired this morning. And this is what makes this so much of a joke. Their whole goal was to keep him. They ran a bunch of candidates off because they wanted to keep him. So you ran off better head coaching candidates than the guy you got to keep the guy you lost. And not only that, but if you didn't predetermine that Jim Schwartz was okay with being the DC under another guy, what was you doing when you was interviewing him and talking to him? After Browns informed Jim Schwartz this morning that they were passing him over for Todd Monken, Schwartz was visibly upset, said goodbyes in the building, told other coaches he's not coming back, sources tell the insiders. The 49ers, among others, I told you earlier, the 49ers were going to be in on Schwartz, would likely have interest in Jim Schwartz if and when he becomes available. Schwartz was in the Browns facility the last couple of days in anticipation of being named the head coach. He thought he was getting the job. Woo-wee! Yikes. But he already told people that if he was passed over, he was not staying. Wow. It's crazy as hell. It's as crazy as hell, folks. Right here. I hate this team. More than that, I hate myself. God. This is nuts. Yeah, let's see. Little Family Guy. Oh, that's good. Oh, man. Wow. He must have been the only candidate to agree to keep Schwartz as the D coordinator. It's a joke of a hire by a joke of a franchise. How does Andrew Berry still have a job? I guess the silver lining is when we win 3 games next year, maybe we can fire everyone, get a competent front office that is free of DEI and analytics. This is all Jim Schwartz's fault. He hired a coach. We hired a coach based on the DC's defense that doesn't travel. What the F are we doing? Not his fault. They wanted to keep Jim Schwartz. They ran off the other candidates for him. They should have hired Jim Schwartz as the HC. Browns, the Surgeon General has determined that this product may affect your mental health. Wow. I can't believe it. What a disappointing end to the coaching search. Our expectations were low, but holy fuck. Joke of a franchise. Absolute ass. Let's go. How we feeling? Nah, people ain't feeling so good. This is the worst news you have given us since you told us we're moving the stadium. Is this Barbie smoking, burning the house down? That's actually pretty funny. And goodbye, Schwartz. Wow. Sorry, Browns fans. Signed a Ravens fan. Woo-wee. Woo. Thank you, Jimmy. 3-14 incoming at least. He has a Pro Bowl quarterback to work with in Sanders. Damn, shots fired. Oh, this is a Cleveland Browns hire. What an idiot. Wow. Accountability, this is a solid hiring. Again, from an experience standpoint, did Todd Monken eventually probably deserve to be a head coach? I guess, maybe. And at his age, he took the job that I mean, it wasn't a great job to have. That QB room, construed as a mess. But the biggest mess up in all this is them passing on other candidates because you wanted to keep Jim Schwartz and now you're going to lose him anyway. That's a joke. Now, we'll say this. I said earlier, the bright lining in all this is if you're not an Andrew Berry fan, your owner just overrode your general manager. He just pulled the rug out from underneath him. He just neutered him right in front of the world. I think Andrew Berry's job's in jeopardy, to be quite honest, because something about all this, Jimmy Haslam got the feeling Andrew Berry was not doing a swell job with hiring a coach. I don't know if there's any, if I'm trying to put a positive spin, is there a world where this could work? I guess, maybe. It depends on the offense. But what if you improve on the offense and then your defense falls down the shitter because you lost your coach? Wow. By the way, Sean McDermott still doesn't have a job, but you got Todd Monken. Okay. Well, those essays and those homework assignments, all of that for this. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.